right.
This week went by really fast.
Why do you do a thing where you start the thing before you announce it or whatever?
Because it's a cool intro, Karina. Shut up.
No.
God. And mic etiquette, everyone. Remember,
Okay.
mic etiquette.
Mic.
You hog the mic when you want to talk.
Mic etiquette.
Mic etiquette.
Yes.
Mic etiquette.
Mic etiquette. For once.
Can you say that one more time? Mic etiquette.
Mic etiquette.
Mic.
Mic
You
etiquette.
were doing mic etiquette.
Mic.
Mike Etiquette, I don't
Etiquette.
even know her.
Yeah, it sounds like a name now.
Yeah.
Mic etiquette.
Now, for once, we are all here for the start of the podcast. All 4 of our core members. Karina was here from the start. She was just late. She was very late the first 2 podcasts. And she never showed up.
Just don't book them in the morning.
Yeah. So,
I will not be here on time.
I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday, even though we're recording this on Friday. But, oh,
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
shut up, Nick.
I literally just said I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, shut up. We don't need to know that you're not going to say anything. Just don't say anything, Nick.
Fine then.
Now you're
Fine
right.
then.
You're just disturbing the flow.
Yeah, Nick, you're ruining this podcast actively.
No, it's talking about you.
Maybe we should cut down to 3 members. Okay.
We should get another mic.
Okay, today, we have 2 mics, and that's probably why the audio sounds really far away, because we have to actively switch mics whenever someone has to talk. But having 4 mics would be nice, but we might upgrade to 3 next time. So if the audio sounds better, that's probably why. But we still have 2 this week, and this week we are talking about album covers.
Album covers.
Woo! Album covers. Now, Mr. Waller, you had extensive thoughts on Weezer last episode. We were very proud of how much you shared yourself.
Yes, yeah.
It was epic.
It took a lot for me to step out like that.
Mhm.
Oh, is he going to share his scores right now?
Oh yeah.
Weezer?
Rate Blue and Pinkerton real quick, Mr. Waller.
Pinkerton is, I'm going to give Pinkerton a 9. Woo! And I'm going to give Blue an 8.5.
You're crazy. Okay,
I
those
said
both albums are
almost
fat
the same
10s.
thing. I think I said 7.5 or 8 for Blue, and then a 9 for Pinkerton.
Fat 10s.
Fat 10s.
Fat 10s.
And then Pinkerton is somehow a fatter 10,
Yes.
because 10 means perfect.
That
Oh.
Pinkerton's 10 is fatter than Chris
That was
Farley's
awful.
casket. Okay.
Oh my god.
Big.
Okay, now album covers are special because unlike movie and video game posters, album covers can actually be expressive and really cool.
And,
I would say that album covers are the most consistently good promotional art for media.
Unlike the Weezer album cover with that random guy from the TV show, what is it, Bones or Lost?
Hurley, okay, that is an album cover, but it sucks.
They do tend to be pretty expressive and pretty beautiful and can make or sell an album or add to it. So I'm excited to get around to showing every of these, show and tell style.
Yes, so this episode is going to be more visual. I will edit and show the album cover we're talking about when we're talking about
They're
it.
probably watching this. They will
I
know
know.
that you are.
Shut up.
All right.
So this is why you should stay tuned for the whole episode.
Yes, like this episode and watch till the end for the big surprise, okay?
Like, comment, and subscribe, baby. No dislikes here. All
So
positivity.
everybody comment.
Wait. I'm calling out that one person who disliked the video.
Whoever you were, I know you changed it. I know you heard me.
disliked it.
You heard me at school talking about it.
Yeah, but you
I
disliked
know.
our
You were
episode.
near us.
You're getting called out.
You're getting called out. That one person that disliked our okay, everyone.
How dare you.
Everyone comment $200 on this podcast. We get those fat stacks. Okay, $200 in the comment section.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yes. Okay.
All right, are we gonna
We're gonna get into this. Mr. Wall, you weren't
Yeah.
here last time, so you can start.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hello. These are my 10 favorite album covers of all time in no real particular order. So for starters, we have Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. Great album with a really kind of weird surrealist cover. It was done by a German artist who did album artwork for a few different people, a few different artists at the time. But I love this album cover. I think it's super funky. I love the contrasting colors. And actually, if you look at the front and the back of the album art, it's really, really trippy, really beautiful.
Can I zoom in here for a
Yeah, please, yeah.
It's super sick, by the way. That is cool.
It's pretty sick, yeah.
I thought those were dots on her face, and then my trypophobia was freaking out. What was it called?
The like fear of
Yes.
the,
I
like,
think it's
holes.
just some nice drops of blood.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, so really funky album cover. One of my faves for
Do you
sure.
think that it matches the material on the album itself?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that you get like some pretty like the font and some of the elements of it, like you have these two kind of native Africans in the foreground. And so you have like some of these traditional elements mixed with this very experimental Miles Davis style, which a lot of his work is. But...
kind of looks like what they did, like propaganda poster style back in the day.
Yeah.
But would you rate this better than the album or as to the album?
I would probably put it on par with the album. I feel like it's good at describing what you're walking into with that album. So. Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. Next up, we got Utopia by Bjork.
Oh.
Bjork is the queen of the just like, this is just me dressed up in the coolest outfit ever album covers.
Yes, and this one is kind of the height of that. She's got these prosthetics on her face and this weird kind of poofy hair going on. Kind of a... I'm assuming, I mean, if it's Bjork, it's probably Yannick, this little, like, vagina on her forehead.
What strikes me about this one is that it looks so symmetrical, but you can see that her hair isn't perfectly the same on either side, so it's not just a cut and paste, so that's just so
And there's some
pretty.
weird coloration in parts, too.
So, okay. Did you guys ever read that children's book where the girl's face turns like rainbow and the cure is lima beans? Do you know what I'm talking about, Karina?
Yes, I know what you're talking
That
about.
is exactly what the cover
the
looks
guy
like.
who played Sam in Lord of the Rings did like a voice thing for that book.
What?
I listen to that all the
Pat,
time.
you're gonna have to pull up a comparison for this.
Yes,
but,
I am.
Just
I
the
think
rainbow
it's
face. The
rainbow face.
That's
is
not
Bjork.
actually that's not the title, but I'm saying that rainbow
I
face
will
in
say
the story.
this is probably Bjork's worst album musically, but
I
very
was
cool
about to
album
say,
cover.
Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite.
Oh, it's called a bad case of stripes. Oh no.
Come on, that looks pretty similar.
Wait, let me see this.
Let me see.
I'm not familiar with that. Oh, wow, yeah. It is
That
quite...
just hit a childhood memory right
Quite
there,
similar.
and
A core memory.
it's also
Yeah.
a horrifying book. She turns into a house.
It made me eat lima beans out of fear.
Missed great parts of that book.
That is, wow. I'll have to give it a read.
I don't know. I was reading like Harry Potter when you were reading
baby.
advanced reading level, and now I will never pick up a book unwillingly.
Yeah, so Utopia by Bjork, not my favorite album, but probably my favorite album cover
But
of hers.
a bad Bjork album is still a good
So
album.
it's better. So in this case, it's better
Yeah.
than the album.
In this case, it's better than the album, although it is still a good. I feel like Bjork has not put out a song that I have not enjoyed. So
I
while
need
it's
to
not her
listen.
Listen to
strongest,
Bjork.
yeah. Next we have kind of obligatory, but
Oh.
Animals by Pink Floyd.
Such a cool.
Incredible album, yeah, really funky cover. Again, like kind of falling into that surrealist vibe. You have this like kind of factory in the background and this pig just kind of floating there. Yeah, I think this one is one that I would rate the artwork on par with the album itself, because the album is very surreal and
Just double checking. This is the band with the triangle and the rainbow, right?
yes.
Okay.
And they also wrote Enter Sandman. So
Okay. Wait,
and-
that's Metallica.
Wait, I thought this was just a T-shirt.
Well, speaking seriously about the contents of the image, I find it interesting how factories have always been a scrutiny to society throughout the time, especially like industrialization and what they do to the earth and what they mean and like change into what they do to the people. So does that reflect this album, this dreary outlook on it's very muted yellow tones in this, so it doesn't seem like it's a very cheery album. So does it reflect that in the songs?
Yeah, it's definitely not a cheery album. It is very strange. But yeah, I think it's a pretty gloomy sound, and you have these kind of instances of animal noises that kind of fade in and out, and there's like one in Dogs, I believe. There's a part where a dog barking kind of seamlessly and very slowly transitions into an instrument. Just really wacky moments like that.
Pink Floyd their transitions in every album pretty much
Yeah.
just works so well.
It's genius. So yeah, I love the Animals cover, Pink Floyd. I think it's a photograph also, if I'm not
Really?
mistaken, which is really bizarre. I should have researched this beforehand, but it's I think it's a photograph that has been worked on. I should have looked this up
If you go
first,
to the
but
next one, I'll look it up. What is the
so
album?
I'll start on the next one, but yeah, I believe it's like a doctored photograph, which is even more amazing because it has this very like clean Salvador Dali type.
That's what I was about to
that's
say. It was
yes.
very, very reminiscent of Dali.
Yeah. And the contrasting colors again are really nice with the blues in the sky and the yellows on the stacks. Next I have Maggot Brain by Funkadelic. I love this album cover. It's super unsettling. It's just this woman buried up to her neck and she's screaming and there are maggots, and then on the back side of the album it's just the skull. So it's like the same exact shot, but it's just a skull. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty intense. I love this album. Maybe in the lyrics, the album cover is communicated, but the sound of the album is actually pretty happy and pretty funky, obviously. But yeah, I don't know why. I just think that this creepy, unsettling album cover is just so cool. And I think that the woman who was modeling on it was the first model for, I can't remember which magazine it is, but she was like the first cover model for, I don't remember what magazine it was, but I have The Seer by Swans. I love this because you have this creepy dog with human teeth, and then the back, yeah, there's a great meme of the Sonic from the original Sonic.
Poorly animated one.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a remake.
But yeah, you have this creepy looking dog with like human teeth. It doesn't have sharp teeth. It has like, straight human teeth. But then the back of the album is a dog's butthole, which is hilarious.
Classy.
Also, very Swans thing. I enjoy the sense of humor there. Yeah, you can't really look at that butthole for too long. But yeah, I just love this like creepy, weird looking dog. It's simple, but it's so effective.
And also very reminiscent of the Swan sound.
Yeah, that kind of dark, weird, very like kind of disgusting sound, and everything's about like body parts and everything. Mm-hmm. So of course you have this dog with dirty, weird teeth in its butt.
You know what it looks like? To me, it looks like you're telling an AI to make a dog. And like take a picture, like make it do its best to try to make a dog, and this is what it comes up with. It gives it human teeth. It finds random fur samples. I love it.
This one's pretty obligatory, but
you gotta have
the
it.
banana.
Velvet Underground and Nico. It's impossible to beat. The pink banana underneath, the kind of sexy innuendo there, the fact that Andy Warhol designed it, and the story kind of his relationship with the band. Obviously he was their manager for a while, but it's just so
for a year actually
perfect.
of their 4-year existence, so I guess
I
for
mean,
a while in their
25%
band.
of their career.
Yeah.
25%.
Andy Warhol.
It is at this moment I discovered that is a guy's name and not a girl's name. I don't know. In my mind, his art was a girl.
Yeah, Andy Warhol was a very gay man who died of version of getting his gallbladder taken out. But he did survive an assassination attempt where he got shot in the chest and they died from getting his gallbladder taken out. So he was selective.
Wild. He's like one of the coolest modern artists in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just like a really unique style, and I really like the heavy use of like shadows and just like a, I don't know, it kind of looked like a strong pencil to it. Yeah, pop art, but like
style.
it's just really cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's see me rolling around campus with this sticker on my car. Now, moving on to my picks. I'm gonna have to do more rapid fire because we only got 30 more minutes. We were talking about that for like 20. So. Okay. So LCD sound system. This is happening. Amazing cover. I think it's really simple. Just like. You got your boy James Murphy jumping and he's sideways. It kind of reflects the disorientation that he expresses on the album, but also the kind of classiness that's expressed on the album at the same time. Again, Bjork. This is just an assortment of her covers. They're all great, except for that dumb one that's probably her worst album, the red.
Little red one.
Yeah, the little red one is bad. Sorry, Bjork, but I love you, but I'm not a fan of that record very much. Everyone should listen to Bjork. She's great. All of her covers are great, and Icelandic music is cool. Beatles. Obligatory.
It's literally been 13 seconds. I think you can.
Okay. Okay. I'll slow down a little bit. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Beatles. Absolutely iconic album cover. Beatles are famous for not only their albums but also their album covers. This is probably either this or Revolver is their craziest and most.
Not Yellow Submarine. I love that one.
Yellow Submarine
one.
is the worst album though, and it's not, it's a movie.
We're not at hot takes yet. Oh my god.
Okay, that's pretty agreed upon that Yellow Submarine's the worst Beatles album, I think, right?
Well, I've only listened to 2, so
Right,
I can't
okay.
really say.
But you could just look at this for 30 minutes and still not notice everything. The background is essentially what the Beatles is like their dream team to perform in front of is what I've assessed from what they were going for with this, and most of it's just cardboard cutouts. I don't think that they actually took any real photos for this, but the actual album vinyl does have like a key where it tells you what all of the symbols
Good
mean.
News music video is partially inspired by.
There's a lot of
this.
parodies of this. This is one of the most parodied and iconic album covers of all time.
I was gonna pick this to talk about myself, but I knew you would pick it. It's so
Yeah.
iconic.
Everyone loves. There are so many Beatles covers you could go with. Revolver's great. Abbey Road's amazing. White Album was what they followed this with, which is the total opposite. Just white. The Beatles. That's it. Now, moving on to Frank Black, Teenager of the Year. Frank Black is the frontman of the rock band Pixies, one of my favorites of all time. Not many people talk about a solo career, but this album in particular, I think, is very underrated. And the album cover for it, I love it so much. It's so wholesome. It's just like this man who he looks pretty old, but teenager at heart, and that's kind of the
How is that crown sting on his head?
Shut up.
He is a king.
He
is a king.
It's funny, but it's also so wholesome at the same time. It's like it's like this person who you know has been so underappreciated their whole life, finally getting that validation of like I'm the
That
best.
facial expression, it means nothing.
It's
It's
so
so much
cool.
at the same time.
It's pretty lifeless.
Yeah.
I love
Honestly,
it.
it's also kind of scary.
But
I love
at
how
the
wide
same
it
Makes me
is.
time,
more
I think-
uncomfortable the more I look at it.
Yeah, I think it does show the emotion that the title is trying to portray.
Yeah.
Now this next one, Daughters. You won't get what you want. Fantastic.
That looks
cover.
like a panda.
It looks like
won't get what you
it
want.
looks like a David Lynch photo of some kind. It's very distorted. It is humanoid, but it looks like some sort of the skull of a monster.
It's
And
pretty scary.
It's like the whole album is really about losing your sanity and like the darkest of what mankind has to offer, and I think it really reflects what they were going for musically with this.
Listen to this alone in the dark.
If you
when
want-
no one is around,
It-
and you'll just have a great time.
I
right?
often do when I have a project due the next day and I don't want to fall asleep. Just jam this at 100 volume. Helplessness Blues, amazing cover. Again, so much to unpack with this. I love the colors and just how it's all encompassing, and it's how the album makes you feel. The album's kind of about being lost in the world and lost in modern society, and helplessly feeling the blues.
Oh.
Absolutely iconic. Probably the most famous minimalist covers of all time, and it's very reflective of like the emptiness that is portrayed on the album with the absolutely innovative with reverb and. Just sorrow that Ian Curtis, may he rest in peace, was feeling on this record.
And if you're cool like me, you own the 50th anniversary vinyl of this,
With
and it's
inverted
white.
colors, yeah.
Now, how much did that cost out of your car budget?
Actually, I got it at a record store in Florida for $20. And I
Amongst
checked
all of the.
eBay, and it's like 5 times as much. So
Yeah.
pretty
Wow.
lucky.
Alrighty then.
Oh yes.
I like the art on this.
Speed run.
Yeah, Will Toledo is he's special, and this is a nice cart. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's bleeding.
Yeah,
Did he get his nipple cut
Uh,
off? Looks like it.
Thanks, Will.
Censoring it for YouTube.
Oh,
I was gonna add
more
some-
fantasy. More car seat headrest. It's
Simp.
Will actually drew this himself. It's a very
Not
nice.
surprising.
cover.
Wasn't
looks
it
like
his
it.
girlfriend who did
No. His girlfriend actually did every single other cover other than this cover.
The more you look at it, the worse
But
it is.
You can see those tiny
actually,
little nipples.
his
Yeah, but
his
his
ex girlfriend
arm
still
doesn't
makes
attach,
his
it
album
doesn't make
covers,
sense.
so I guess they have a cordial relationship
Who?
now. His ex girlfriend still makes his album covers, so.
All right, moving on, or just
more
ending
car seat
here?
headrests.
No,
Teens
we're
of the- Marcus.
No, you cannot use the whole discography.
Uh,
I have this album cover
Led
real
Zeppelin,
quick.
Physical Graffiti. It's great.
The vinyl version of it is so cool because each individual, you can take out the rooms and they're 3D. So the first panel is just the facade.
Super simple, but I love the contrast. I love the coloring on this album cover. It's great.
I was gonna add it. I was gonna actually bring it in. Ooh. It's my favorite.
Iconic.
God, it's still going.
No, we're cutting you off. We're cutting you off.
Nutrimucka tells great. Mr. Waller talked about this one. Good album. Yeah. Good. Oh, this is my favorite actually. Favorite album cover. Unicorn. Who will cut her hair when we're gone? Amazing detail. A great color contrast. The more you look at it, the more you notice.
I feel like this is a style of album.
It looks like if you ever looked at Kaws, the artist Kaws, it looks very similar to him.
I was wondering what it reminded me of.
And
Okay.
it's strong Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock. Yes.
It's very reflective on the content on the album of like optimism and pessimism at the exact same time, and like just the otherworldly sound to it. You can see a dead dog and UFOs and caterpillars. It's a nice cover.
Alrighty,
I'm done.
You're done.
Yes.
Well, Nick can go first because mine, as always, I kind of just bring in a little different perspective to whatever we're talking about. So it should be.
Did you not bring a list?
Fast. I did bring a list. I did, but it's interesting.
So here's an album I don't actually like that much. It's 3:15:20 by Childish Gambino. This is some of the most pretentious stuff I've ever seen.
Again, we're not at the hot takes.
I like Childish Gambino, and I don't think this album's horrible, but it is literally just a white cover, and
It's been done before.
it's been done before, and also this album has so many moments where the song just goes on with just random ass noise at the end that's pointless and adds nothing to the track, and it's just a waste of time. And I don't know what you were doing, Childish Gambino. I love you, but like this, just it's white. Okay. Another one, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I don't remember what artist it was, but like really well-known artist. Did a lot of pieces for this album. The vinyl itself actually has a few of the different covers of it. The one on streaming services is the one with like the black dude doing the sexies with the monster, and it's pretty it's representative of like the actual album message, and it's pretty cool. I would definitely check it out. Very artsy.
Pixelated Minecraft paintings.
That would be cool. I think they should do that. I also had Graduation by Kanye West, done by Takashi Murakami. He's like an insanely amazing Japanese artist.
Eilish.
He did a lot of Billie Eilish merchandise and stuff. But super hopeful cover, really pretty stuff. The Graduation Bear, just love it. So To Pimp a Butterfly,
Whoa.
the people. Here, let me turn the brightness up.
Wait, was this a prophecy? Wait,
A prophecy? Oh my god! It is actually just Kendrick Lamar and his friends and family on the cover, and it's not actually supposed to be a negative thing on the cover. Like
I didn't see it at first. I
it
think they're
inspires
happy.
happiness, and it makes Kendrick happy apparently, and that's why he did it.
I thought it was a crowd.
Yeah, it looks like the insurrection. I will be honest. It is not in fact that. Swimming by Mac Miller, love that album. Love the album itself, and it's pretty representative of the sound. So like, there's a lot of speculation around what the actual cover means, but so Mac Miller's in a pink suit, and like the fact that he's in a suit but really depressed and sitting down is like he's trying to put himself together all nice and clean, but he can't, no matter how hard he tries.
Looks like the door.
It's really sad. And the fact that he's not wearing shoes is a reference to Abbey Road. I think he. Pretty big
just
Beatles fan.
catering to
Yeah.
Tarantino.
Oh yeah, Tarantino. He just wanted to make Tarantino happy.
He's too busy swimming in circles.
Exactly.
It looks like he's in an airplane bathroom.
He does. Atrocity
Airplane-
Exhibition.
Oh, yeah.
Danny Brown. This one is just so trippy. It looks like what you'd probably see if you were tripping on some hard drugs. And that's kind of representative of the album. It's like a bad trip essentially. And Danny Brown just sounds like he's going insane on the entire album. It's also really disturbing to look at. And Danny Brown's name is on the right and left sides, while the cover, the title of the album is on the top and bottom. It's just wild stuff.
Yeah, It looks like that work of that sculptor who does a half and half look of. I don't know if you guys have seen it. You guys are art people.
He looks like what's his face from Batman, Two-Face.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like the melting guy from Terminator.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Rainbows, Radiohead, love that. It's probably one of the more upbeat in terms of sonically for Radiohead, and I think the colorful album cover is just it just kind of indicates that it's a lot more exciting direction. This is probably my favorite. I can't decide. It might be my favorite Radiohead album, but I don't know. It's just like a cool shift in their sound, and
It's like a slow-mo guy's video thumbnail.
it kind of does.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen Blue Man Group?
Yeah.
You know when they bang the drums with
Yeah.
the paint on it?
Yeah,
That's what it's like.
Kind of like
Super
a
cool.
fetus.
Radiohead has all great album
Yeah.
covers. Everyone should.
Yeah, all their
Okay.
covers are really
This
great.
is their most attractive, though.
Yes, just it looks like a lava lamp.
It's an
Did you guys
explosion.
ever see what's it called? Tree of Life. You know that
No.
space
Yeah.
sequence.
I've heard of it, though.
Yeah.
I hope that the listeners are relaxed while we speed up even more.
Yes, exactly.
They're now tense.
Trying to get through this. Bloom by Beach House. It's just it's an airport in Mexico, I believe, and it's just like the ceiling of it, but it has nothing to do with the album. I just think it's cool to look at. You can kind of get lost in it, even though it's just a bunch of white dots on a black background, but it's really pretty, kind of like their music.
Thank you for gifting me this. I did notice the other day.
Yes.
It was on my shelf, and the letters glow in the dark.
Really?
Mhm.
What? That's cool.
That's cool.
You should definitely
Yeah,
listen
Beach
to
House,
it sometime
Bloom,
whenever you get your needle.
Yeah, it's currently even more broken. Because my cat stepped on the screw part that whatever. I don't want to
Get a new record player.
Seizures.
Yes. Probably one of the best album covers of all time, Strawberry Jam by Animal Collective. This album makes no sense, and if you look up the lyrics, I shit you not, it's all just random nonsense. Like none of the lyrics mean anything. And it's just like a smushed strawberry. It's disgusting and weird and doesn't make sense, and it's just like the album. My last one is Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Get it? 'Cause it's
Such
very
as
green.
Yes, that makes total sense. I believe he's in the shower there, and he's covering his face. He looks really depressed. Pretty much the album, it's pretty sad. Most of it is just like super personal and life experiences. He kind of goes through his childhood to growing up and different romances and stuff. Kai, you're about to make some comment. I can hear it coming.
No.
Is this
Lay it
your
on
first
me.
one?
Well, I know how much you love Frank Ocean. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
More to add?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else want to say, Kai?
Well, you know, people. Frank Ocean.
Is there a correlation between Frank Ocean fans and something?
According to TikTok, there is. I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
right? Isn't that
Sure.
a thing on TikTok?
What about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I
Sure.
missed
Sure.
the joke here.
you missed the joke here.
I'll download TikTok later. And figure it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Please. I was thinking, what if we do a review on all the popular TikToks?
Well, Karina, that'll be a podcast with just you.
All right, you guys are in for a treat.
Yeah.
So I have something to admit with some of these albums I have not listened to, but I decided to just pull out from the coolest artwork, I think, not just artwork, but concepts. Starting off with one of my friend's favorite album, and I got this for them for Christmas. But I remember when I'm looking at it, it really evokes a feeling. It's called Against Me, the transgender dysphoria blues, and it's just a slab of meat with like.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Is that an eyeball at the top?
No, it's a boob.
Is that a nipple?
Wait,
Yeah.
was
that's
I
what I'm
there
saying.
when he bought this? I think I was, right?
Yes, I think you might have been. But yes, I mean the emotions. This is just the lead singer. Actually, this is the album coming out as a trans woman or trans guy. So and also the art. The artist, like he works, the meat is just like a slab of meat he got from a store. He took a picture of, but he also works in pornography, which and then he just overlaid that and he came up with this. I do have a couple serious ones before I come into just all around what I feel cool. I think Queen, News of the World is like one of the best albums. It's got We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions, and the person who did this, it was a cover for a magazine, which Freddie liked so much that he commissioned them to replace like the original artwork with the band members, of course. But the guy did not know about Queen, didn't think he would like the music, and he did the art, and then he kept listening to it, and eventually, according to an interview, he grew to like them.
That's awesome.
But I just love it, like the Iron Giant feel, and with the inside cover for the record version, there's this like reaching into the crowd, and I love this art. Okay, and then there's just a really fun a way that vinyl has existed in history. During the USSR, they weren't able to get vinyl, so one way they did do it was they pressed the records into X-ray sheets, and you could only play it 15 times, but these are vinyls that are playable, but they were once the real X-rays. Some bands have released special edition records like this, but very few copies because you can only play it
that
a limited amount of times.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes, yeah. So, and then this one's just really interesting. It's the Star Wars theme vinyl, and when you play it, a little like hologram illusion of an TIE.
Oh my god!
Is that a TIE
comes
Interceptor? I think.
Yeah, it's so cool. I've had a friend who had this album, and it's really interesting to see in person. It kind of looks flat if you look right at the level, like when you're trying to, but from any other angle, it looks like just a floating, turning version of this.
Wow,
so
that's so cool.
I think it's just, I'm not quite sure how it works. I looked into it. All right, this is a Scandinavian, Swedish band, who made this. Yeah, they made this record. They made like 15 copies of it, and you can actually play it. People got shipped it, and it was frozen, and you put it in the freezer straight away, but people have said that they were able to pull it out, play it like once, and then put it back in the freezer, and it still kind of works, which I don't know if I believe, but I think it's still a very cool concept. This is how they sent out like the promo of it. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say it was a Frozen soundtrack.
This one is Alice Cooper's School's Out, and I like it because it looks like the cover of a desk, and you flip it over and it's at the inside of the desk. Yeah. But the vinyl itself is wrapped with like this faux underwear, and every copy comes like that. And I think it's just made out of like cheap paper, but I really just like these personal touches when people be creative with what there's such a good medium that records are. It's got so much surface area, it's so much room to be creative, and if you're willing to put in the extra dough, then yes. This is the return of, I've never listened to this, but I do love it, that this album is just meant to destroy other albums because physically it's sandpaper on both sides.
No.
If you put it between it's just gonna scratch the hell out of the other two.
So
it's literally trying to
destroy other albums.
Destroy the competition.
Oh my god.
So I love that concept. This one is one of just an interesting, I think, concept in general, and a very interesting cover by Cavetown. I'm not a big fan of their music, but I was gifted this album. Inside, you get stickers of all the characters, which you can put onto the cover as much as wherever you want. But the concept, like the album itself was first released as a bunch of singles revolving around, I think the cast name is Sandy and all of Sandy's friends. And each single was about another one of Sandy's friends, and then the album was the entire collection, and it's a collaboration album. It's very like vibey, I would say, in like a soft, not so much my kind of music way, but they do have a couple bops, like what's it called? Something about bugs. You see how much I like that?
A Bug's
Okay,
Life.
now
Bug's
this
Life.
is something funny by our girl Miley Cyrus.
Queen of music right here.
Yes. This is not an album cover. This is indeed just a condom that she sold on opening day of her new album, and it said she is coming, obviously.
Is that a joke?
It's a double, that's the name of the album, I believe, but it's a double entendre, obvious, and it was sold for $20, and that might be pricey, but it also came with a digital download of the album.
That's
so
awesome.
That is still overpriced, but I love that.
Mhm.
Her collaboration with the Flaming Lips was incredible.
Yes,
She's also the best rock star ever.
Yeah.
That's true.
Come on,
It's
guys.
Because of her catitude.
I know.
Yeah. This one's just another classic. The Smiths' Meat is Murder. It's just, I don't know. I have this on my wall right now because I rotate and switch, and I was just looking at it, and I
You're a fan of Morrissey, right?
yeah, I love the Smiths, and I
Morrissey is kind of racist. That was
well,
a joke.
no.
I just said, are you a fan of Morrissey? You said yes.
Well,
I was messing with
You're
you.
a fan of his music.
I was going on a spiel.
I was messing with you. I'm sorry.
But yes, I don't. This is one of the iconic album covers. I feel when you I don't know if I was even 10, but we don't have time anyway. So
That was good.
really
Thank you.
good.
Those were really
I liked
cool.
the unique take on this. Like,
yes,
you didn't
I
just.
just like to pledge that there is so much you can do with.
This is why you're such a valuable fourth member to this
Exactly.
cast.
You're now you just bumped yourself up to member number 1.
Yeah, she's number 1.
She is Smitty Warby Aberman Jenkins.
Yeah, while I have to catch up to the plethora of music you guys have surrounded yourself with, I thought I knew music. I really did, and then apparently I don't.
Well, you were pulling stuff from Sweden, so
Yeah.
a little,
Yeah.
I really
Ice Snack
I
album.
do not remember the
Ice snack.
But I was asking my friend from Sweden, who he has his own like heavy metal band, and I was talking to him recently, and I was telling him about the podcast, and then he's like, "Have you heard of this?" I was like, "No, tell me more." Ice Block vinyl. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we have time for a hot take. We gotta.
No, we have 4 minutes.
We gotta book it.
We were gonna do a special hot take too. I don't know if you even read our snaps, but
No, I didn't.
we were going to like, if you were to produce music and put out an album, what would be the genre and what would the cover be or look like?
Yeah.
I have mine real quick.
Yeah, let's do
So
it.
you know those I Spy picture books?
Yeah.
So this is actually
Where's
by
Waldo?
no I Spy, like the bunch of objects thrown
okay.
across the table.
to find them all.
Yes, those are by an artist, a photographer, and I love his work, and I probably would just get him to do an album cover of like the most obscure with the I Spy vibe, but different, so that they don't get on me for that. I don't know, and I just think if something that you can continue playing and looking for the objects that will probably have something to do with the song. I don't know what genre it would be though.
That's a cool idea.
It seems about on your reading level.
No,
That's a bad joke.
Kai is number 4 now.
She was reading Harry Potter in elementary school. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never read the last one. No, you were reading.
Again, you don't finish things.
I just thought of it'd be sick to do like a metal album and like along the same lines of the kind of fantasy Dungeons and Dragons vibe to do like a puzzle box. You have to like figure out how to open the vinyl to get the record
Or
out.
a board game. Well, I'm
Oh yeah.
puzzle box, but like a playable board game. Now that I have.
Or
now
you
I'm
just
thinking
like
about it.
curse them all with a demon and you have to slay it before you can
That
open
would be
the
cool.
yeah. Those are my ideas.
You have to like. Oh, what if you had to play a little mini game or something before you could start it? Just something random, like a little game of some sort.
People will probably get annoyed though. They couldn't just listen to the record.
Well,
if
there's
they
no way
bought it.
they could seal it since it's your property. But if you
That's true.
had what's the honor, then you'd
Oh,
say that
okay.
you sold it.
Scrap my other idea. A vinyl that has a record in it, but you just can't open it. Like, there's no way you can get inside. It's like made out of metal.
Now that is terrible.
Yeah.
That is truly the most evil thing you could
No,
ever
the
come
only
up with.
the only way to open it is to break the record itself.
It's like
Then you just
that.
have a broken.
It's like
vinyl.
that ad in the streets where they had a billboard with a bunch of money inside, but the glass was unbreakable, and it was advertising this new extra strength glass. And they were like, if you can break it, you can take all of this money. And another thing, using marketing.
That's good advertising.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend.
Yes.
Stay safe out there.
Yes, please.
Get a vaccine if you can.
Wear a mask all the time over your nose.
Who do you think is the #1 podcast member?
Yeah. Tell us in
Rank
the
'em.
comments and
Hurt
and
our
remember,
feelings.
comment $200 so we get paid.
Oh,
$200.
also, if you guys would be interested in a Instagram account, let us know.
Or a TikTok
TikTok.
account,
Or just any
a,
social media account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking for investors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're looking for investors. We're going big here, guys.
We're going to straight to Shark Watch. Wait. was it-
Shark
Shark
Tank. Shark Tank.
They're gonna put us out on a boat and have us catch sharks.
It'll be like pirate radio.
We'll see you on Shark Tank.
See you on Shark Tank, guys.
And for those reasons, I'm out.